everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I am doing something that's a little bit different. I wanted to start something new on my channel, and I want to do like a is it worth it series review. So there are several series on my TBR list, completed series that I need to read and finish. I've recently finished a few series actually, now that I think about it. And it gave me the idea because I've been doing, if you've been on my channel, you've probably seen I've been doing series reviews for the books that I finished the whole series. But with doing series reviews, usually I can only really describe the first book and give my thoughts and opinions about that. Can't really talk about the entire series without getting into spoilers for the earlier books. So I think what I want to do is just still kind of keep the same format where I talk about the first book, my thoughts and opinions, and just like my overall, how I felt about the series overall, and then just kind of my opinions on is it worth it or not to read. Because I feel like some series are great, they're amazing, and then some series, like there was one series I read earlier this year that I'm like, was this series really worth it? Because I loved the first two books, but then the third and final book in the series went way downhill, and it just made me even question if that series was even worth reading to begin with. And so that's why I was like, I kind of want to do a new thing where I review series and tell you guys whether or not I think it's worth the read or not. Does it go downhill or does it stay awesome? So this series that I'm reviewing today is The Young Elites by Marie Lu. So this is a trilogy. The first book is The Young Elites, the second is The Rose Society, and the third is The Midnight Star. So we'll talk about The Young Elites. So this book kind of reminds me of X-Men in a way, because most of the characters in here have a power or ability. So the premise of this book was there was a fever that kind of overtook this town, and a lot of people ended up getting sick. And the children that got sick, most of the adults who got sick ended up dying. And the children, the ones that survived, were left changed, and they developed certain abilities. So some of them have self-healing powers. Some of them can control fire or the wind. Some of them can create illusions. And so that's why I say it kind of reminds me of the X-Men, because they all have different powers and abilities. But also because one of the leaders in this town, who's like the advisor to the queen, the king and queen, he is basically in charge of finding all of these malfetos, is what they call them. So he's in charge of finding them and basically hunting them down and killing them. Because, he sees everyone with these powers and abilities, he sees them as an abomination, a curse, and his mission is to rid the world of these abominations. And his name is Terran. Terran is the leader that's like hunting down all these Malfettos. So our main character, Adelina, she can create illusions. When she was found and caught, on the day she was supposed to be executed, she escapes with the help of some of these other characters who also have powers, and they're part of a group called the Elites. She is basically brought into their world, and they help her, with getting adjusted to their world and everything. And that's pretty much all I'll say. Like, it's only all you kind of need to know going in. I love the Young Elites. I think the first one, the first book is my favorite in the series. The whole series is great. It's a solid 4-star series for me. It's a pretty fast-paced series, which I really enjoy. And one of the things I really liked about it was seeing Adelina's character, or mostly in her point of view. It's mostly told first person from Adelina's point of view, and I liked seeing her internal struggle. That was probably my favorite part of the series, is because there are things that happen to Adelina, and she gets led down this path that she really struggles with, whether she should be good or give into her dark side. In a way, she kind of reminds me of Magneto in X-Men, especially, from X-Men First Class, before Magneto went full-on villain. There were parts where, he was part of the team and he was helping people and, doing the right thing, but he still, because of the way others saw him and treated him, there was still that side that wanted vengeance and wanted to use his powers to hurt others, which is really what we see with Adelina as well, because the way she's been treated by others, and the way people treat the Malfettos, which is horrible. Like, we really see that internal struggle of her wanting to be good and wanting to help the Elites with their mission, but at the same time, her learning to use her powers more, she really starts to think like, why can't I take my revenge? I'm powerful. Why shouldn't I, treat them the way they treated us? Like, we're powerful. I'm powerful. Like, I can use my powers on them. Why shouldn't I? And so we see that internal struggle. And I thought that was really interesting. I like seeing that. And I like seeing her character arc throughout the series, and how she develops from the first book to the second to the third and final book. And while her character arc, especially in the final book, is pretty predictable, I still enjoyed seeing that development that she goes through. I like seeing, where this path she decided to take, where it led her. I will say kind of my one downside with this was, and I think maybe this was because we were in Adelina's point of view for most of the book, I really didn't connect with any of the other characters here. We do get some chapters from the other characters' points of views, but I don't think we're with them long enough for me to really connect and care about them, which is kind of a downside because then when a character dies, it's just like, I'm just like, okay, they're dead, they're gone. But I don't have that emotional tug or like, oh my gosh, this character's gone, they're dead, no. So I think that was missing for me, the emotional connection with the other characters. Another thing, the writing, I really enjoyed the writing. It's really easy to get into. It's easy to, picture this world and everything that's going on in it. And so I really appreciated the writing style. So overall, I really enjoyed this series. I like seeing where the story went. I like seeing where how Adelina's character development, where she ended up. I mean, it's sort of a bittersweet ending, but I still really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the series. Like I said, solid 4 stars for me, for each of the books. So overall, this is a series I definitely say is worth it. And especially since they're not very long books either. And I appreciate that, especially the last book in the trilogy. That one was 314 pages, which usually you get to the last book in a series, especially a fantasy series, and it's like 1,000,000 pages long because why not? So I appreciated that, it kept it short, sweet, to the point. And I do think this helps a lot with pacing because there is quite a bit that happens in the book and in the series. And so having it be shorter, I think, helps with the pacing so it never feels like you're dragging through parts. So, yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I would say it's worth the read. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have read the Young Elite series. Do you agree or disagree? Do you feel like it's worth the read, or not? If not, leave me a comment down below and let me know why not. I'm always interested in hearing other people's opinions and perspectives. Um, and I like seeing what people think about it, even if we don't agree. So, let me know if you don't agree. Let me know why not. And if you do agree, let me know which book was your favorite in this series. So that's it for today. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!